Shalom. All praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. I am your brother Makolat from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp, with a lesson here to feed the potential elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Now, this is a quick lesson, open to feed the elect, and this image that you see here was sent by the brother Chapal from the Great Millstone Jamaica camp. And you notice it's cabbage, and the price for it is like what, $1,054. $1,054.68. So you can say $1,055 for this cabbage, which in US equivalent it would be like what should I say, $8 US, somewhere there. And this is expensive, man. No, this is in the supermarket, and these supermarkets, they are, and this is a big supermarket. They have to be paying bills, and they have to be paying their staff, to keep the mill going. You see, and this is the car, and this is just one. I'm trying to see how much pound is on it. It's net weight. It says unit price. Net weight 0.940 kg. See, man, the cost of living is high, man. The cost of living is so goddamn high that you're gonna find more shits about to happen, because they're planning on doing more, bringing more tighter measures upon the people. And in bringing tighter measures upon the people, we're gonna have more problems, yeah? Like real problems about to hit this bitch, man. You understand? And it goes back to 2nd Ezra 15 and 16 chapter, And I also want to read 2nd Ezra 16 verse 14, and it reads, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." And all this that you see is happening here is of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. This is the Lord's doing, man. Yeah, this is the Lord Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai is doing. It says, "The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." Now, when I read the scripture, I remember that clip from, I think it's Batman The Dark Knight Rises, and the brother Rakhayakom, the LA Rakhayakom from the James London camp, Central camp, he always quote this, the fire rises with Bane. Yes, the fire rises, man. Soon to be, literal fire set on these corporate buildings and stuff, because right now to live is difficult for people, and to die is easy. That's the mentality a lot of people right now. That's what I'm seeing. So in verse 16 says, like as an arrow which is shot off a mighty archer return not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. And this what you call it again, this disease, so-called, that's been going around. It's a plague, It's a plague, man. You notice how much countries got hit. The economies got hit because of this plague. A lot of countries got hit, man. Yeah, trust me, a lot of countries got hit. Economies got damaged. Small businesses have to be closing down, can barely afloat. You have the ships out there in the seas, cannot dock, and it's all by design. See, and I'm watching carefully to see what's happening. very, very carefully, and it's getting worse and worse and worse as the days go by. Yeah, it says, and that mighty archer is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's the one that's sending it, man. Right? It says, woe is me. Right? This is Ezra. This is the prophet, a man of the Lord, saying, woe is me, because Ezra, he basically saw in his future tense what's going to happen, because Ezra is here. And Ezra is asking, he's saying basically, destruction upon me, because he see what the Lord is bringing, man. It's not going to be a normal day. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? And the answer is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, via the angels, man. It says the beginning of sorrows and the great mourning, and we see it coming rapidly. It says the beginning of famine and great death. Let that soak in for a bit, man. 2nd Ezra 16 verse 18, it says the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. The beginning of famine and great death. Says the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And that you're supposed to have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The things that we've been teaching, the things that you're reading out the Holy Scriptures, man, you should believe them. You know, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, as it is written in the Holy Scriptures. That's the time that we're living in. Now you can gradually see it building. You know, a lot of people that, you know, that was living okay, they're feeling the squeeze, man. They're feeling it. How much more the poor? Like myself here. Oh, I'm just living day to day. Can't be thinking too far off. Because in truth and in fact, if I'm supposed to think about this carnally, man, I would go nuts, man. I'm telling you. Right? Anyway, verse 19, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendments. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, man. Alright? It says, behold, verse 21, it says, behold, and this is an in transit, this is a moving in the spirit. It says, behold, victor shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. No, there was a point that you could just run to the supermarket, buy this, buy that, and it was good. And everybody thought that it was okay. And it's going to be like this forevermore. Well, it's not. You know, as disappointing as it sounds, it's just the truth. It's not. Right now, people pushing, I think I saw something that China is saying to its population to stock up on food. Okay, that's good, but where the fuck will they get money from to buy the food? Because they have to be living day to day, paycheck to paycheck. What stocking can they stock up on food? The Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, set up this world, man. And He's going to drive you people to your knees in worshiping Him. If you can't receive Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai as your Lord and Savior at this moment, out here we say, dog, name your supper. Yeah, dog, really name your supper. It says, behold, victor shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good cases. Now we can buy the rice, we can buy the flour, we can get this, we can get that. You know? It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth. Because while you thought it was okay, these things that are happening now was happening behind the scenes. And we were there spiritually forecasting it to you people that it was coming, but you're in the business, man. So when it catch you out like a thief in the night, guess what? You have nobody to blame but your damn selves. Because it was there. Day in, day out, week in, week out, telling you that these things was coming, but because you couldn't see it, and you wasn't prudent enough like the Church of Berea to actually go and do some research, it didn't make any sense to you. So guess what? You laugh and you mock and you scoff. Right? It says that even so shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. A lot of people are confused now, especially with this job thing. You know, people, you know, have their assets. They don't want to lose access to their bank accounts, so they're gonna take it, being confused, not understanding that this economy that they're using is about to go down. Man, yo, this man, you people, you have been set up, man. You're trusting the shadow of Egypt for too long, man, and so great to the point that the shadow of Egypt is gonna bring you downfall, and you can't even see that. Yeah. So it says the sword, famine, and great confusion. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. There's a famine coming, you people. There's a famine coming. There's a serious famine by design coming to you people. A lot of time we over the years we've been saying it's a famine coming. A lot of people say a famine is here already. Famine is here where? You could still go to the supermarket and get something to eat. This one that is coming, a lot of people will be in the fields, and the scripture tell you that who's in the fields, you're not gonna die by the sword, and who in the city gonna die of hunger, man. There's a serious famine coming all over the world, not because they ain't no food, but because of the supply chain being disrupted. Go on YouTube and type in GMS algorithms and listen to the Ella Ariel and the Ella yeah, and get some knowledge, man. Get some understanding on what's really taking place. There's a serious famine coming, and other brothers, man. Because even myself, I speak about this famine that's coming all the time. Yeah? It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. Yeah? And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. And there shall be no man to comfort them, no man to bury them. For the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth. Yeah? And to sow it. Meaning a lot of people gonna die, man. That's all it means. It says the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? Because it's gonna be less people on the earth. Right? It says the grave shall ripen, and who shall tread them? Right? It says for all places shall be desolate of men, that so that one man, yeah, shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For a city, there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, which shall hid themselves in thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. This is where we're heading at. And 2022 is shaping out like that's when it's gonna happen, man. I speak as a man. I can't say it's definitely gonna be the year, but based off the track records of what's taking place, so you can see that these devils, they're speeding up what they're doing. They're wasting any more time, man. They ain't wasting any more time. 2022 would look just like that year, man. It says, for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, right, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks, and in an orchard of olives. Upon every tree are left 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some cluster of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And I can continue to read this, man, but you know, the memory in my phone is crappy, man. So basically that's the point, man. Since now is the time for us to repent and you know, turn to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. seeing we're at the end. Shalom.